Welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas Rana. We are one-stop solution for current affairs. You can find Crack Current Affairs course on our application exclusively for current affairs, where you will get daily, weekly, monthly content on regular basis. Use the code Vikas10 and get 10% additional discount while purchasing the course. Also, students, follow us on Telegram and Instagram. The link for the same are mentioned in our description. This video has both English and Hindi. The first part is English and second part is Hindi. Timestamps are mentioned in the description below. Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we are discussing important current affairs for the topic appointments and resignation for April month. It will be quite an important session, so stay tuned with us till then. Let's start. The first question is, who was elected as the new Prime Minister of Mongolia in March, becoming the country's third Prime Minister in 9 months amid political instability and economic challenges? So who was elected? Right option is Uchral Nyam Osar. Next, name the organization's Director General position was appointed to Veer Vikram Yadav by ACC in March. So, name the organization's Director General position was appointed to Veer Vikram Yadav. So, he was appointed as the which organization? It is Director General of Civil Aviation. Next, mention the airline appointed William Walsh as the new Chief Executive Officer in March with effect from August. Right option is Indigo. Next, who chaired the joint expert group for the period 2 years constituted by IRDAI? We discussed this question right yesterday also, students. The right option is Rajay Kumar Sinha. Next, mark the correct statement regarding the key appointments in the Indian Army in April. So if we look at the options here, what is the right option? So all the three of them are rightly mentioned. Next, name the person who was elected as the 11th president of Myanmar. So Min Aung Hlaing has been appointed as the 11th president of Myanmar. Next, name the person who took additional charge as the chairman and managing director of Steel Authority of India Limited following the resignation of Amarendu Prakash. Right option is Krishna Kumar Singh. Next, identify the nationality of the Blanca Vlasics, who was appointed as the International Event Ambassador for the 18th edition of the TCS World 10K Bengaluru 2026. He is from Croatia. Next, name the person who was appointed as the first brand ambassador of the Jindal Steel Limited. Right option is Ranveer Singh, the very famous actor. Next, name the country whose parliament re-elected To Lam as the president for 26 to 2031 term, April 2026. Right option is Vietnam. Next, identify the organization that appointed UB Praveen Rao as their new chairperson succeeding Rostov Ravanan on April 7th. Right option is NASCOM Foundation. Next, in April, ACC approved the appointment of Sanjay Khanna as the chairman and managing director of which Maharatna public sector undertaking? It is for Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited. Next, identify the country where Ismail Omar Guella was re-elected as the president for a 6th consecutive term, securing 97.81% vote share. Right option is Djibouti. Next, name the person who was elected as the president of Iraq in April, succeeding Abdullah Latif Rashid. Right option is Nizar Muhammad Saeed Ahmadi. Next, name the leader who was sworn in as the 24th Chief Minister of Bihar, succeeding Nitish Kumar. Right option is Samrat Chaudhary. Next, identify the company that appointed Carlos Alcaraz as their global brand ambassador. It is Infosys. He is related to which sport? He is related to tennis. Next, who was appointed as the acting Director General of the Competition Commission of India, succeeding Anshuman Patnaik. Right option is Rakesh Bhanot. Next, identify the person who was named as the next Chief Executive Officer of Apple Incorporation, succeeding Tim Cook. Right option is John Turnus. Next, who has been reappointed as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of HDFC Life Insurance Company for a term of 5 years effective from 12th September. So, right option is Vibha Padalkar. Next, name the organization that appointed Shriknath Velakmani as their chairman for 26-27 term. Name that organization. So right option here is, this is your homework, right? We have discussed this multiple times, so let me give this you as your homework. Next, identify the economist who was appointed as the vice chairman of Niti Aayog in April 2026. So tell me, who is that economist who was appointed as the vice chairman of Niti Aayog? Right option is Dr. Ashok Kumar Lahiri. Next, identify the enterprise that appointed Parminder Singh as their chief executive officer in April. So right option is Reliance Enterprise Intelligence Limited. So these were your current affairs, students. Now let's move to some revision part that will be helpful in your learning journey. The questions that are discussed there in MCQ format are very beneficial. Next, name that fintech company that partnered with Nani.ai to launch an agentic AI powered platform for completing the UPI payments during the live customer calls. So it is Razorpay Software Private Limited. What are agents, students? Agents are basically computer humans, you can say, right? You give them a task and they will be completing the task on behalf of you, right? You don't have to do anything, correct? They are basically smart agents or smart workers that you have at your disposal. You just and they are digital, right? There is no human involved here. All you have to do is just give a command to the particular agent and it will do respective task for you. And here the task it will be doing is completing the UPI payments, and it is during the live customer call. Who launched it? It was launched by Nani AI, right? And which fintech company has partnered with Nani AI to launch this AI platform? It is Razorpay Software Private Limited. Then next, choose the country whose first ever blue bonds were duly listed on NSE International Exchange at Gift City in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. So first of all, students, what are these blue bonds? These blue bonds are basically for maritime economy. For maritime economy, these are launched, correct? Blue bonds. So it is Sri Lanka that has recently launched the first ever, or they have duly listed this first ever blue bonds on the NSE International Exchange at Gift City in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Next, identify the insurance company that partnered with Sarvam in Feb to deploy AI tools across its nationwide insurance distribution network. It is SBI Life Insurance Company Limited. Take a note of this. This initiative, it will strengthen customer engagement and support sales functions through large-scale AI development rather than the limited pilot projects. This tool will be operated on Samvad. It will be operated on Samvad, correct? Samvad, if we see, this is basically an AI platform, and along with this, it will also be using Arya. Arya is multi-agentic orchestration layer, right? We just discussed about what are agents. You will be seeing in future, students, that these AI agents will be coming into picture and a lot of our jobs will be gone because of the AI automation that we are seeing. Next, identify the NBFC on which RBI imposed a penalty of 11.5 lakh rupees for regulatory non-compliance under the RBI Act of 1934. So it is Mahindra and Mahindra Financial Service Limited, right? Then this is the NBFC on which RBI imposed a penalty, and what is the amount of penalty? 11.5 lakh rupees. Next, RBI and Bank of Japan, they have renewed the bilateral swap agreement for Dash. For what amount? It is for $75 billion in Feb month that will strengthen the financial cooperation and economic stability between the two countries. Next, IRDAI, they have released an exposure draft of the IRDAI Actuarial Finance and Investment Functions of Insurers Regulations 2026, proposing the adoption of Indian accounting standard for all insurers. The proposed implementation will be effective from which date? It will be coming into effect from 1st of April 2020. I correct, not 27 but 1st of April 2026 onwards. This is the answer. Next, identify the name of the in-house AI system deployed by SEBI in March month to monitor digital financial content and remove the misleading finfluencer claims. So it is which platform? It is Sudarshan platform. This is the name of the in-house AI system, right? And it has been deployed by SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India. What it will do? It will monitor the financial content and it will make sure that all the fraud, fake, right, unhealthy content that is giving false information to the users, all the content will be removed from social media. If all this content is in the financial field, right, it will be removed by this AI system by the name Sudarshan. Next, Motilal Oswal Home Finance Limited, they have signed a $100 million non-convertible debenture deal with Asian Development Bank that will boost affordable housing in India. Next, identify the financial institution that along with the Citibank provided 76 million co-financing to Shriram Finance Limited in March to support financial inclusion and sustainable mobility in India. So it is Duche Institutions and GMBS, that is your DEG Bank. Next, name the actor who was appointed as the brand ambassador for SBI General Insurance campaign, that is Chuniye Bharosa Apno Sa. This is the name of the campaign, students. Question asked here is, name that actor who was appointed as the brand ambassador for the SBI General Insurance campaign. So who was appointed? Pankaj Tripathi, the very famous actor, was appointed here as the brand ambassador. Next, identify the bank that launched an exclusive salary account for the women in March that will support their financial and lifestyle needs. It is Yes Bank Limited. Correct. This newly launched account will offer various specialized services that will span across financial protection, healthcare, lifestyle, wealth creation, and unified platform. Moving on. Find the amount of the syndicate social term loan launched by State Bank of India in March to boost women's economic empowerment. It is $500 million syndicate term loan that has been launched, and this will offer a green shoe option to boost women's economic empowerment.